If you guys are joining for the first time, thanks for joining, and hit that subscribe button to get more notifications on videos we do. Thanks again for coming back to the Equidae family. We love seeing you guys and enjoy having conversations. Comment below on some other topics you would like to talk about within the equine industry. Today we're going to do a video going more in depth with the previous video I made about the IRS, and I will link that down below so you guys can watch that as well. So thanks again for joining us and making the Equidae family to be what it is. So again, enjoy. Thank you. Comment on what you guys would like to hear in the future, and we appreciate you joining us. Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about deducting business expenses and what your accountant may be looking for. So to start it off, what I recommend, it's definitely important staying connected with your accountant so you are prepared like upcoming changes of the codes. For example, by the time I make this video, codes have already changed possibly. So definitely stay in contact with an accountant. She'll help you stay up to date within your business. Another way besides your accountant is check out the irs.gov website. And it'll go through all of the different changes. They'll talk about different blogs they have going on, and they will do videos. So stay up to date with the content or what the IRS has available through their website for you guys. Connected to the IRS is a deducting business expense link. So you can go through all the different things they have listed. Or for example, they have what can I deduct? Be looking up and down from the screen referring to what is currently here. It is important to separate business expenses from the following expenses. The expenses used to feature the cost of goods sold, capital expense, and personal expense. And on their website, they tell you certain codes, and your accountant should all be prepared with what those codes are because they're always having to learn them and update themselves. So another thing is you have to distinguish between personal versus business expenses. Generally, you cannot deduct personal expenses unless if it's following within the business guidelines for the deductions. Some of those items is you can deduct your home if it's a home business expense. So it would be under the home office deduction expenses for that particular code. Another one is your business car. So your travel, your gifts, your car expenses, your standard mileage rates, those are a few that you can deduct within your business. Other types of business expenses is employee pay, retirement plans, rent expenses, interest, taxes, and insurance. Now, this is a broad expanse of what I'm telling you. Your accountant will go more in depth with you one-on-one, customizing it to your business and what is required of the IRS. As an accountant told me, it's like a spider web. There's little things going every which way, and there's always a new little spider web form. So talking to the accountant or looking up information will continuously help you expand your knowledge because it is constantly changing. There's always new codes being added, codes being changed. And that's one thing that I do want to reiterate, like last video, is having a connection with your accountant is very important, because having opportunity of talking openly about your business with your accountant, it gives the idea to the accountant, okay, this is what you're looking for, this is what I need to do for research. Now, all this information that I have received has been from accountant, and I have taken notes. So periodically you'll watch me look down and then look up, because I did take notes from what the accountant recommended for me. This is a list of what accountants would like to have when you walk into their office or chat with them over the phone. One is all the depreciation that you have within your business. Another one is possible expenses, so such as feed, supplements, trailer, med kit, saddles, leather tools. The list goes on and on. Now, depending on what kind of business you are particularly in, is how those expenses will be broken out and how you can deduct them, because each business is just a little different, and your accountant will help you distinguish, okay, I can deduct this, I can deduct this, I can deduct this, but I can't deduct this. Talk to the accountant, have them decipher it for you, so then you're not sitting there for hours on end trying to figure out the IRS code. It takes forever. Another one is meals. You can deduct those, but if they're personal, it's not recommended. If they're business, then explain and have the receipt on why. Another one is your car. It's for the mileage or the fuel. Commonly, they take the greater of the two, which is the mileage. So keeping record of each mileage you traveled. For example, what I do is every time I go to the gas station and fill up, I record my miles on that receipt. And then when I get back to where I have access to a computer, then I can plug it in and be like, okay, here's my list of from this day, and this day on what mileage I drove. And then also it already has the gas price, so I can compare if I would like. Another one is payroll. So having records with your payroll, and there are softwares such as QuickBooks that can help you keep the items recorded, where your accountant will help you be like, okay, this is how it is recorded. Now, I'm poor with technology, so my accountant tends to have to help me when it comes to QuickBooks, because it is a learning curve where I'm like, oh, what do I do with it? Another one to keep receipts and records of is facility repairs and the maintenance cost. So they like having the receipts because it could be capitalized, which means depreciated. But if you don't have those types of receipts, then it's harder to be able to capitalize those. So having a list of what repairs you did that time or day or however you do repairs will help them be able to be like, okay, you bought lumber this day for that shelving unit to help keep the med kit up. That will help them. And like another thing is taking pictures of those different things you did, so then you have more extensive records that when the IRS is like, why did you buy those shelves? What's the point of them? Be like, well, I had to put it up so the equine wouldn't get into whatever it was. Another one is insurance expenses. Now, there's all types of different insurance expenses, and having those listed out for Your accountant will help determine, okay, this is the category we can put it in for your business. And then another one is vet expenses, farrier expenses. Anything that can help improve your equine's life can be deducted. Now, it has to be an animal that is within your service. In a boarding facility, and you board out to people and they pay their own farrier bills, they pay their own vet bills, those cannot be deducted, for example. But if it's a training horse that you use for people to learn on, then yes, that is part of your business. He or she is part of your business service. So yes, you can deduct those. Now, reminding you, these codes change all the time, so make sure you stay up to date with your accountant. You probably hear that a lot throughout this video. Another one is providing statements with proof of expense incurred. Having proof and having records is the best thing you can have for your accountant, so then they don't have to be going through 100 of pages looking for that one tiny little receipt, or be messaging you and be like, okay, I see you did this, but I don't have that receipt to enter in. So then you won't have to go through the hassle of researching where that little receipt is. Another thing to have for your accountant ready is when you purchase an equipment for your equine facility. So they like to have the total purchase priced at, a detailed description of what the item is, and the date it was purchased on. This helps them give all the information on, okay, we can deduct this amount during those months, years, whatever it is. So for example, an example would be a formula. Those are really nice to have on an equine property to run around in, especially when you have to move items. So list out what the total price was bought at, when it was bought, and then also a detailed list. Even add pictures. The more information, the better. And those are a few tips on what the accountant would like to have. So just to do a brief summary, everything that we've talked about today within this video is, number one, stay connected with your accountant. It's vital to your business being connected with your accountant and having them a part of your business. Number two, have records. Make sure that you have everything that is required, and it will help you in the long run where you don't have to go searching for that one receipt that was 5 years ago, for example. And be detailed about them. So have pictures, have a little nick on that corner of the truck. Have a detailed list of everything that you can possibly think of that would be vital to your business and that could save you money in the long run. So thanks again for joining us today. We appreciate all your comments and your likes, and look forward to seeing you guys soon in the Equidae family. Have a great day, guys.